Ryan Seacrest faces backlash as Wheel of Fortune reruns spotlight his hosting missteps. Ryan Seacrest may be one of the most experienced hosts in television, but that hasn't spared him from criticism now that Wheel of Fortune reruns are airing during the summer. While many fans were initially curious, and even optimistic, about Seacrest stepping into the shoes of longtime host Pat Sajak, some are now expressing regret as his on-air blunders resurface in repeat episodes. The backlash began to swell when viewers noticed certain episodes featuring awkward interactions, flubbed pronunciations, or lackluster energy that stood out in contrast to Sajak's smooth, decades-long tenure. With social media acting as a sounding board, fans haven't held back their opinions. Watching these reruns, it's clear Ryan Seacrest is no Pat Sajak. One fan posted on X, formerly Twitter. "He's trying, but it just feels off." Others agreed, pointing out that Seacrest's polished style, which worked well for American Idol and Live with Kelly and Ryan, doesn't quite translate to the laid-back charm fans associate with Wheel of Fortune. The summer broadcast schedule, filled with reruns instead of fresh episodes, has given viewers a second look at Seacrest's earlier efforts on the show. For fans who may have given him the benefit of the doubt during his debut season, the repeats serve as an unexpected reminder of the learning curve he faced while taking over such a beloved franchise. Why is Ryan Seacrest always over-explaining the rules like we haven't been watching for 30 years? One viewer asked in a Reddit thread dedicated to game shows. Sajak knew when to step back and let the contestants shine. Seacrest's transition was always going to be a tough one. Replacing a host as iconic as Pat Sajak, who helmed the show for over 40 years, was bound to invite comparison and scrutiny. While some fans continue to support Seacrest and believe he deserves more time to settle into the role, others argue that his performance feels too scripted or lacking the spontaneity that made Sajak so beloved. A few specific moments from Seacrest's episodes have become frequent talking points. For example, one widely shared clip shows him prematurely congratulating a contestant before realizing they hadn't actually solved the puzzle correctly. The awkward recovery drew groans from viewers and sparked a fresh wave of memes online. Despite the backlash, not everyone is rushing to judge the new host. Several longtime fans have taken a more forgiving stance, noting that hosting Wheel of Fortune isn't as easy as it looks. People forget that Pat Sajak had literal decades to perfect his timing and rhythm, one viewer wrote. "Give Ryan some time, he's still getting his sea legs." Still, even among those advocating patience, there's a general consensus that Seacrest may need to adjust his delivery and pacing. His energetic, upbeat approach may work wonders for other entertainment formats, but Wheel of Fortune has always thrived on a more relaxed conversational tone. Interestingly, Vanna White, who remained on board after Sajak's retirement to help ease the transition, has been a stabilizing force amid the changes. Her familiarity and poise have been comforting for fans feeling disoriented by the shift in hosting styles. However, even White's presence hasn't been enough to silence all criticism. Meanwhile, producers at Sony Pictures Television haven't issued any formal statements addressing the growing fan reaction. Internally, they may be monitoring viewer responses and ratings as Seacrest's first full season concludes and reruns continue airing over the summer. Whether the criticism will affect Seacrest's future on the show remains to be seen. Historically, game shows tend to evolve gradually, and networks often give new hosts time to find their footing. Seacrest, a seasoned TV personality, is no stranger to pressure, and it's likely he's aware of the backlash and will work to make adjustments in future tapings. For now, though, fans are left divided. While some continue to embrace the new era of Wheel of Fortune, others are watching the reruns with a sense of nostalgia and perhaps a touch of regret. One thing is clear, taking over from a legend is no small task, and Seacrest's journey with Wheel of Fortune is still a work in progress.